Welcome back to the Stratford End, everyone. We are back, and today we're going to speak about the preview to the game against Leeds on Sunday at Elland Road. And of course, as I've said in the previous video, it's going to be a tough game for us. But I want to know how you guys are doing. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me how your week has been. Tell me how things have been for you, how you feel about our team thus far with all the negativity that you've had, and also the positivity that you've had with our previous win against Brighton, and where do you think we might be going in terms of Leeds United on Sunday, and also of course Atletico Madrid next week Tuesday in the Champions League. So it is also very one of those things, and as we know, Leeds hasn't been that good of a team in the Premier League since they've come up. They concede goals on a regular basis. The team gets found out quite a lot. The team tends to lose their one-on-one battles because Marco Bielsa plays with, a man-for-man marking system, a basic, at most times, a flat 4-4-2, which basically allows them to, go man for man. So for example, if, Harry Maguire has the ball, Patrick Bamford would only focus on Harry Maguire, as for him to close him down. He wouldn't care about Varane being next to him. Someone else would close Varane down when he has the ball, and vice versa when they have the ball. It is their job to play quick, fast counter-attacking. After they've sat back, in their double four bank, with two up front. And it basically, allows for them to press together and also to defend together when they need to drop deep. We do know that they love to counter-attack quickly. Marco Bielsa does not like the, slow passing at the back. It's quick, direct football, when the turnover happens for them to attack. And, that's what we need to be ready for. Marco Bielsa, has shown that he is capable of winning the big teams, capable of giving the big teams a good game. However, we tend to play against them at home. We tend to score a lot of goals, past them. Looking back to, the 6-2 game that we had and the 5-1 win that we had recently against them, both at Old Trafford, that shows that we can definitely take them to town. We definitely can, score goals and rip them apart, if our players are clinical enough up front. Of course, there is the flip side to that. We need to ensure that we are good, ready defensively for them, because they are quite, as I said, quick on the counter attack. As we know, Daniel James is a speed merchant. He will definitely look to run, at a Luke Shaw or Alex Telles, who might be playing left back, and even more so at the Harry Maguire, who we know turns like a truck that is going nowhere slowly. And basically players like Rafinha, should he start, is very clever, technically gifted, a wonderful left foot. He shouldn't be given the space that he probably would want for either to deliver the ball into a cross for someone like Patrick Bamford or Rodrigo, but perhaps he could also, take a shot, and we need to close that down, because we've seen in previous games, Rafinha can hit them from range and score. So, as we know, De Gea is on top form at the moment. We trust that he will deal with whatever comes his way, but it will be difficult for him to deal with that if the defenders in front of him are not closing down the players quickly enough or efficiently enough to either block those shots or to allow him to change his mind to pass or to go backwards. So Leeds United is a quite straightforward team. They don't really, mess around and beat around the bush. They defend well, and they go at you as hard as they can and throw men forward, as much as they can, but also being defensively sound for the counter attack. However, I want to speak about our starting 11 right now. I definitely want to see, and probably will see, De Gea in goal. In defense, now, of course, I've spoken about the captaincy, struggle that we are basically having, and the rumors that have come out, with Maguire being stripped of the captaincy, etc. That is in, the video we had before this. Definitely go and give it a check out and drop a like on it as well, where we do speak about Ronaldo and Maguire having this battle for captaincy. However, it will probably be seen that Maguire will start alongside Varane. On a personal level, once again, I definitely want to see Lindelof and Varane. As I've said, they are our two best, centre backs to have that play together. As I've said, they both read the game quite well. They both are cool and calm under pressure. As we know, the Iceman does very well under pressure, intercepts the ball well, actually had an immense performance at the back against Brighton, and he deserves to start against Leeds United. But we do know Harry Maguire will probably start. But as I've said, De Gea, Lindelof and Varane would probably be my preferred centre-backs. I did see Eric Bailly back in training once again, but I don't think that he would start. I think Lindelof has a bit of an edge on him, under Rangnick. So he would probably, in my opinion, he would start alongside Varane. Alex Telles is back once again, so I would love to see Alex Telles start. And I would also want to see Diogo Dalot continue his, form that he has been having since, Rangnick has put him in. And he has been doing well for us. He just needs to work on his attacking side of the game a bit more, because defensively he's done nothing wrong to date. Going forward, as I've said before, the midfield that I want to see would be Fred, Pogba, and Bruno. But of course, McTominay would probably start. But as I've said, Fred, Fred, Pogba, and Bruno, with Bruno and Pogba being the two eights. And they basically showed their quality when Pogba came on in the second half against Brighton. The game was changed. He changed the game. We had more control of the game. Yes, the red card that was there for Lewis Dunk, caused a bit of an advantage for us. But Pogba still came on and done what he has been doing since he came back from his injury. Now, this tells me and brings me to a point that there's two reasons why he's playing this well. One, we definitely know his contract is up at the end of the season, and we definitely know he is looking at other clubs to go to, as of course he hasn't yet renewed his contract. Of course, there's also been the case of him doing this because there's no pressure on him. He knows he's leaving the club. He knows that, there are perhaps greener pastures on the outside. If the new coach comes in and he might want to play under the new coach, he might sign a contract. We don't know. It's really up in the air, with Pogba in terms of his position at the club. But he's playing like a player that's got no fear, a player that has no worries, no cares. And that is what we want to see, a free Pogba. And hopefully, like I said, he would start on Sunday alongside Bruno, in both playing in the number 8 position. On the left-hand side, I definitely want to see Elanga starting again. But perhaps Rashford might come in due to, as I've said in the previous video, if you haven't checked it out, his comments of late saying that, replying to the comments of a journalist saying that, what the journalist has said is not true, with him being the one, and Maguire being the one causing all this dressing room unrest. However, I do believe that Elanga, in my opinion, I would want Elanga to start on the left, Sancho on the right, and of course, Ronaldo has to start up front. A basic team: De Gea, Varane, Lindelof, Telles, Diogo Dalot, Fred, Pogba and Bruno, Elanga and Sancho on left and right, and Ronaldo up front. A simple team, a strong team, a team that should be able to take Leeds United to task. And of course, we should get the win and get the much needed 3 points that we need. And definitely we'll have to show that we deserve, because it's not just about the 3 points, it's also about the performance. We have to put in a good performance so that the players can have good, positive vibes about themselves and their own performances and the team's performance before the game of Atletico Madrid on Tuesday, which is going to be a much tougher test than Leeds United, and if not, our biggest test of the season yet. Thank you very much for joining me, guys, today on the preview. Definitely leave your comments below in the comment section with regards to your team and who you think should be starting. And of course, what you think about our team, as I've said in the beginning of the video, what you think of our team thus far and leading up to the 2 games that we have coming up in Leeds United and Atletico Madrid. Definitely continue following us on Twitter, on TikTok, and of course on Instagram at the Stretford End. And of course, ensure that you continue to subscribe to the YouTube channel, continue to like the videos, and ensure that we reach all Manchester United supporters right across the world. That is it from me, Sashin Johnson, at the Stretford End. Goodbye.